Good morning, good morning. So after I posted the Speedway Coyote template in the ZR1, obviously it got a lot of traction and a lot of people looked at it. And you know, the typical reactions that you expect. People were like, oh my God, you're gay. This is a war crime. You should call the National Guard. You shouldn't coyote swap a ZR1. Again, what I'm doing is I'm doing the vetting process to see if it's even feasible. So after I, check that out, then I'll decide if I'm going to coyote swap it or not. But I'm not doing it for the clicks. I'm doing it to show you what it would take if I was to do it. But if after all the vetting, it actually makes sense because I'm saving $15,000. I don't have to send the motor out to get sleeved. I have the motor in the Fairmont. I have an abundance of Coyotes available to me, Gen 1, 2, or 3, Illuminators, Predator, you name it. I can just get whatever for a fee, but no machining, no nothing. So what I'm going to do now is I hit up Jake at Power by the Hour, and I was like, hey, Jake, I need cam covers and a front cover. He's like, dude, just go to my shop. I'm going to be out all next week on vacation, so just go to my shop. Outside, there's a bunch of cores and shit. Take whatever you want. And I'm like, say less, son. So I'm going to head down to PBH Performance. They're going to help out with the swap with some parts for the mock-up. And then, obviously, we're going to do brackets. We're gonna do alternator relocation kits if everything works. But for now, let's see if we can put most of this mock-up together. Hey, here at Power by the Hour, and Jake said, hey, ho, you might want to take a look at what's going on next to the container. And I was like, yeah, damn Skippy, I do, bruh. So what I need from this is just these guys. Well, these are jacked, but again, this is Gen 3 DI. It'll work just for fitment's sake, but I'm gonna make sure with him before I take it. Let me see if he's got anything else around that's like Gen 1 or Gen 2, but Gen 3 will work. Look at us, baby, up all night. There is love. Oh, here we go. Hey, oh, whoa, 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 sheesh. Okay, so these are F-150. Are they? Yeah, I think they're F-150. So he's like, bro, just grab one of these. I'm like, she, say less. So bam, good to have friends in high places. Look at that, son. Every time I try to walk away, nice. Something makes me turn around. Come on, bitch. I'm insane. Nice. Nice. I like to own, but you're not home. Your mind is not your own. You're in hell. You're in deep. Your heart beats. But do another kiss, and you'll be mine. Okay, so let's get these off. Oh, baby, you're all you need. The 10 millimeter. Do. You're in deep. You're not home. Can't get enough. You know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it, you're addicted to love. Might as well face it. Do I get copyrighted if I sing the song? Might as well face it. How are you gonna change your spark plugs? Some guy on the story of the ZR1 was like, oh, spark plug. Yo, spark plugs aren't here on a Coyote. It's a hemispherical head, bitch. I'm stupid, yeah, you can't sleep, in deep, oh yeah, yup, power wash these suckers. These are oily, so I'm gonna definitely power wash these guys, take them to the car wash. Bada bing, bada boom, oil pan, front cover, cam covers. Let's go put it on the mock motor. Alrighty, got them here, gonna hit them with some brake cleaner. Try not to pass out. Then I'll go ahead and install them on the block along with the oil pan, which is in the truck somewhere, and the timing cover. So once I do that, I'll show you the finished product. One thing I haven't figured out if this is the total height of the Coyote motor or just up to the cylinder head. So I don't know if how I could measure that. Yeah, actually I could use the other Coyote motor for measurement. So yeah, it looks like it's just to the top of the cylinder head, and then the cam cover goes here. Now that it's really starting to take shape, you can see how much more I had to go in the front. I had a good 12 inches. I had a good 9.5 inches to go. Inside joke, funny stuff. Anyway, about 3.5 to 4 inches extended because of the cover, the cam covers. Now I'm gonna put the oil pan on. Boy, what a great tool, this little template. So now I'm gonna put the oil pan on, and once everything is on, then we do another test fit. Alrighty, there you have it. The motor is, I guess, what you want to call it, dressed. So this is the template with cam covers, timing cover, oil pan. Now we see that there's going to be a big difference. It's longer here. I got to measure out for the crank to be about here. So I'm going to throw it in the car if I can, because it's heavier now, and see how much of a difference it is now. But before that, I'm going to go in there in the car, move lines around that are in the way so that this could fit a little better. Actually, before I take everything out, I put the rack back in its slot. I'm going to leave the radiator on. I'm going to move some hoses, but I'm basically going to just clearance little things that can get in the way. And if the motor can go in with all this stuff in, that's the spring, guys. That's actually the spring. This thing's a truck. If the motor can go in, the AC is going to have to stay because I have to discharge the line. This harness is going to be a pain to work with, but this guy, I'm gonna leave it right there. Sorry. The steering shaft, I'm gonna re-engage it. Close enough. Okay, so I'm gonna throw the motor in there. And this is a trans cooling line, so I can bend these a little, but I'm gonna leave them all connected because they're not in my way right now. Let's just see about throwing the motor on, see how much room we got. All right, at the risk of getting hurt, I'm gonna put the motor in there. It's considerably heavier than it was, so not best. Yeah, it's a lot heavier. I'll have to put it in stages because holy shit, it got heavy fast. Okay. So clear the ABS stuff. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Oh, okay, you just want to live in there. All right. Okay. It's got to go back. I think it's resting on some other shit. Okay. 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 So I'm just looking things over, guys. Relax. Trying to see what can be a problem. No, that's good. So let's look it over. Okay. Spark plug, spark plug. I can get to that spark plug. This is, I can get to that spark plug. It's no worse than a 15 to 17 spark plug. So that one I can get to. Beautiful. All four. This side are easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's this resting on? Remember, guys, the oil pan's in. I gotta get underneath and see what that oil pan looks like. It's like, dude, it's like it located itself. It's definitely gonna go a little higher than this, which I got some wiggle room. Yeah, I got. But look at the front. So what I'm gonna do is measure this. Ooh. I'm gonna measure the timing cover to the steering rack and see how what's this measurement, and see if I have enough room to put a stock balancer in there with the rack in place. If not, I can lift this rack and move it out of the way, like an inch or two, just like you have to do on if you're gonna do a cam job on a Corvette. You got to do that. You got to loosen this rack to get access to the crank bolt. So this is not a deal breaker. But guys, let's get it up in the air and see how much room we have for headers and the oil pan clearance. Upsy daisy. All right. Let's get a light up in there. And we'll see what's what. I'll sweat on the... Oh no, I don't want to get that line. So the engine has to be a little higher. Look at how low the oil pan sits. Not awful. That's exactly how low the oil cooler sits. Maybe a slightly lower. But the fact that the motor has to live a little high, guys, this looks like, oh, this is ridiculous. Like this is like, was it meant for it? See, I can go up a bit. See? So I have room to go up and get some clearance. There's the AC compressors in my way over there, so I'm sure that's not making life easy, but look at room for the manifolds. Tons of room for the manifolds. Bam. So Parts Farm gets me some manifolds. Oh, this is the ground that fucked up. Oh, that's a fucked up ground. Get me some manifolds. Look at that. Look how close the center line is to the crank center line. Let me see if I can zoom in. Yeah, center line. Bro. So this might be the final resting. Let me take this. Is that better? No, this is better. This might be the final resting position of the motor, to be honest with you, when you look at it. So now we got to worry about the dude, I think it's gonna work. Look at the motor mounts. This is where the motor, guys, this is where the motor mount goes. Look at it. Jeez, I could probably prototype it right here. Just got to figure out what bolt does what. Oh my lord, this is so crazy to me. You know what? Nah, the Coyote doesn't have that bolt pattern. Shit. If the Coyote had a square bolt pattern, I would be able to use the GT5. Let me get the phone in there. I should be able to use the GT500. This is much better. Look at this. Again, this is an F-150 timing cover. So look, you can see through it. What a great thing from Speedway. If you guys want to do some prototyping or some manufacturing without having to get a Coyote motor in there, and you can see through it and see where you need some room, bro. So the front accessories looks like it might hit. Nah. Power steering pump. I'm sorry. Water steering pump. There's going to be a hose here. Remember, up here is all movable because I can just take this out, move the air conditioning condenser back, put a shorty, like a GT350 radiator that's like short. I've seen them. Senior has one in the Blue Goose. So I could take this out, put a GT350 radiator in there with dual fan, and that's probably the only thing that can't move, the ABS stuff. Everything else, fan, radiator can move, condenser can stay, heat exchanger can go. I'm going to start working on those guys to see how much of a pain in the ass it is to get those out and see how much room we have in the front. But I think I can, because again, none of this is going to stay. None of this. All of this is gone. So I have all this front room. You know what? Stop talking. Take it out. Let's see what it looks like. I was warned about this, that the fan captures everything. This thing is like a road debris vacuum. But okay, look at this. Wow. I have room on the rack to move it forward. Hell, I can probably remove the rack. That gained so much more room for activities. It gave me a new perspective in terms of mounting. Look at this. I can mount, take all this shit out. Like literally, you don't need this ducting at all. I know you're trying to funnel something there, Chevy, but we could do better. Keep the the AC condenser in place. But look at that. Sheesh. Get this out of here. Sheesh. This can be cocked back. Then I can put a low profile standing up straight with a custom bracket radiator going to the Coyote. Bro. This is gonna work. Look at that. I got room for the air conditioning pump, the AC or the wherever the fuck. I know the power steering pump. The power steering pump, the reservoir's here, so that's cool. If I ever have to service this, I gotta take the motor out if I ever gotta service this shit. So, or take the booster out. So, okay, no worries. If I ever have to do the cams, the motor's gotta come out. Like, but if I can make it modular enough that everything comes out easy, guys, I think the Coyote project is a go. So, let's end it there. I am dying. I'm sweating, but we did a lot of vetting today, and I think it's a go. There's room. The motor sits in there nice. Custom motor mounts, adapter for the transmission, and then a control pack, because the car still has the body control module active. So technically HVAC should work if I find the right triggering mechanism. Fan should work if I find the right triggering mechanism. So fan, AC, everything else is mechanical, and I might be able to make everything work pretty well. So maybe now that Jake sees that there's so much room for activities, I think he'll be happy to see that a Coyote swap is possible on a ZR1. And again, I'm not doing it for clicks or anything like that. The LS9, 15 grand, and be back at square one. Fuck all that. 12-to-1 compression Coyote, 12 to 14 PSI, makes 800 on race gas. I think I'm ahead of the game, and I don't have to pay for it. I'll lean on the sponsors. I'll lean on the people that fucks with the show, Parts Farm and all that stuff. If I got to get some parts, but mainly it's going to be Power by the Hour stuff, some parts from Parts Farm, and maybe some stuff from D&H Performance and other partners like that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for listening. I'll get back with you guys next time. There is something to update. Once I get manifold, that's it. Once I get the manifolds, I'll go ahead and update you on how they fit on the ZR1. I might be able to put them in from the bottom. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Talk to you later.